Hi guys, and welcome back to Inspire. So today we're going to be talking about self-love, but to be specific, I'm going to be cutting the self-love videos and I'm going to be creating a series. So I'm going to do each one on each different step to self-love. So today we're going to be talking about self-image. So working on your self-image and your self-esteem. It's not easy, and I think a lot of people suffer with their self-esteem, and it can be really low a lot of the time. But we need to work on that because no one wants to have self-esteem. No one asks for it. It happens. It happens to all of us at some point in our lives, and we just need to work on that to get it back up. So self-love helps us make better choices and better decisions. I say this because if you're worrying about your self-image and one of your friends invites you to go on a trip somewhere and you're worried about your self-image, so you don't want to go because you don't want them to see you in a costume or something like that, or you don't go to a party because of that. That is going to make you miss out on that fun because you're worrying about what you look like and what your self-image is like, and that isn't fair for any of us. So self-love without self-awareness is powerless. So what I mean by that is, if you eventually get your self-love and you love yourself, you also have to be careful about your self-awareness, because you need to be careful what you're saying to others, because they might not have got self-love yet. So you need to be careful with what you say, because you don't want to offend anyone. I mean, that's not what people are trying to get at. When you start loving yourselves, you're trying to help yourself, and once you actually get self-love, you can help others too, but always we just have to watch what we say. So once you accept once you accept your flaws, you are making everyone around you powerless, because you aren't giving them the power to use those things against you anymore. Because if someone knows, she's very self-conscious about her legs or her stomach, they're going to use that against you when they have to, or if they're jealous of you, or there's somebody that doesn't like you for whatever reason it is, they're going to use that against you, and it's just going to make you feel worse about yourself, and no one wants that. So once you accept your flaws, they can't use those things against you anymore, because you accept those things, and what they say isn't going to affect you anymore. So how can we improve our body image? So first of all, I think you're all gonna have heard this before, but do not compare yourself to anyone else. I know it's not easy, and I still do it sometimes. I know we all do at some time, but don't compare yourself. If you find yourself looking at someone and you start comparing yourself, or looking what they have and you don't, you need to change that. You need to stop what you're doing, stop thinking, and change it. Maybe go and occupy yourself with something else, or occupy your mind with a different thought. Maybe there's a test coming up and you want to think about that. Obviously don't stress yourself about anything, but I'm just saying, you need to change that thought so that you stop comparing yourself. Or maybe you're comparing yourself on social media. Now, what I've started doing, which I find very effective, is you don't need to follow all those body goals or fitness accounts with all those really skinny people, or those people with perfect lives. You don't need to follow those people. You follow them and then you start comparing yourself to them, and that is getting you nowhere in your journey of self-love. So I went, well, I'm still doing it, but I'm going through all my followers and I am unfollowing all those accounts. I mean, I'm not hating on anyone that has a perfect life or has a perfect body, but if need be, we need to look after ourselves and stop following the people that make us feel little of ourselves. So do focus on the things you like about your appearance. So if you maybe think that your best thing about yourself is your posture, but you don't like anything else, focus on that. Focus every single day. If you're thinking, oh, I don't like this about myself, I don't like that about myself, stop. Focus on the positives. So if you only like one thing about yourself, that's fine. You will get there. You'll get through that and you'll start liking more and more things as you go through the journey. So if it's, for example, like I said, your posture, every single day whenever something negative comes to mind about yourself, think, those are the negatives, but this is my positive. My posture is what I like about my appearance, and I'm going to take pride in that. So you need to focus on what you like, even if it's just a little thing. Maybe you like how a shirt fits on you. Maybe you like, I don't know, how your hair's done today. Something, anything little is going to build your self-esteem, and instead of breaking it down more, we're building ourselves up. So each day, focus on something you like or want about yourself. So first of all, if you're focusing on something you like about yourself every single day, and it doesn't have to be your appearance, that was before, but now I'm talking about anything you like about yourself. Even if it's something that you have, that you own, that you like about yourself. So if you just got a new pair of jeans, maybe you're gonna think, I like that. I like that I've got those new jeans and I like the way they fit me. Or even if it's just a new book, I like this book and I'm gonna use it to help me to start journaling. And to go on to focusing on something you want about yourself every day. This isn't comparing yourself. I mean, you aren't going to go on social media or search up something that you really want. That's not what it means. When I say focus on one thing that you want about yourself, I mean something that you want to add into your personality traits. So if there is a certain trait that you want, you're going to think about that. Maybe you want to be the most loving person and you want to be that person. Out of everyone, all of your friends, they go to you for advice. Maybe you're that person. You want to be that person. Think about that every day, and you need to think about the law of attraction. So law of attraction is basically you got to think it to make it happen. And it works. I must tell you, it does work, because if you're constantly thinking, I want to be more loving, I want to be more caring, that is different to saying, I am going to be caring, I am going to be more loving. You are changing your mindset, and it's going to train yourself to be more positive, and at the same time, it's helping your self-image and how you see yourself. So you need to work on accomplishment of who you are and not what you look like. So instead of congratulating yourself for losing that 2 kgs, maybe start focusing on congratulating yourself for who you are. And I know it's not easy because we don't always see all the good things about our personality, but you gotta congratulate yourself not just on what you look like, but who you are. So maybe you start being more loving, or you did a really good deed today and you accomplished that and you helped someone. that you need to congratulate yourself about. You need to take pride in who you are. You don't need validation to be good enough. And I know a lot of people look for that validation because they can't find it in themselves. But you need to find that within yourself because we all have it. We just need to find it and apply it. So a lot of people do, basically everyone once in a while needs somebody to tell them, you look like you've lost a lot of weight today. It is good and there's nothing wrong with that, compliments are always welcome. I mean, everyone needs that, obviously. It makes us feel better. But I'm saying that if you don't get that one compliment that day, don't feel little about yourself. Compliment yourself for once, If you're thinking, I really hope people notice my new hair because I really like it, so I hope they do. I really hope I get those compliments. And you don't think, no one likes it, maybe they just didn't want to say anything. You need to compliment yourself, I like your hair. I like my hair. And I don't need anybody else to tell me that. So just changing your mindset changes everything. So one thing that I did want to address in this video, I was going to do a whole separate video on this. Guys, just please ignore the barking. I do have a lot of animals, so I can't really control them. So one thing I did want to address, I was going to do a whole separate video on this, and I know this video is going to be quite long, but just bear with me because I needed to address this. So first of all, love yourself as much as you would want anyone else to. So maybe you aren't getting that extra love from a certain person because the way you're treating yourself is what you are giving on to others, so they think that they can treat you like that too, and they can love you as much as you love yourself. So if you don't love yourself enough, they're going to think that what they're doing is more than good enough, but you still want more. So you need to apply that to yourself before you can even ask anybody else to apply that to yourself. I mean, to you. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about is going on diet to be skinny to feel good enough. I don't know how many people I have met that do this. And because of this, when people mention they're going on diet, everyone thinks that you think about yourself as fat, and that is not what diet is. Your diet can be anything. I mean, yes, you can go on diet to lose weight. A lot of people do. But if you think you're fat and everybody else is saying you're skinny, and you obviously are, you're going on diet for the wrong reasons. Diet is not to feel good enough because you are good enough. Everybody is good enough and they matter, and you are worthy all by yourself without you having to lose however many kgs. Going on diet, we can change that completely and replace it with a better word. So I like to think of it as being healthy, having a healthy lifestyle, and looking after your body the way it looks after you. So you don't need to starve yourself. There is no point in that because there are actually a lot of disadvantages of starving yourself, and I'll go over those just now. But the thing that I wanted to go over is if you do your daily fitness, or even if it's just weekly fitness or every few days, that is already helping yourself with a healthier lifestyle. And then just eating healthy, having the 5 meals a day, which is breakfast, a snack in between, lunch, another snack, and then dinner. And just, watching what you eat. You don't want to eat too many fatty things or too many sugary things because it isn't going to help your health. But if you are treating yourself every day, not forcing yourself not to have a sugary thing. If your body craves something sweet, have it. There's no point in stopping it because You just, you know, there's no point in disciplining yourself. So I wanted to go over the disadvantages of starving yourself, because I know when people start starving themselves or having like little amounts of food every day, which isn't enough calories to have per day. Sorry guys, I just had to sort out my dogs. So, disadvantages of starving yourself. So everybody, when they start starving themselves, they think of all the advantages, it's going to make me skinny, but they don't actually research it. There are a lot of disadvantages to it too, and really bad effects to your health. So the biggest one is malnutrition. So this is going to cause like all the other effects, but malnutrition is the biggest because your body isn't getting enough to supply itself. And because of this, your body is going to go into starvation mode. So starvation mode is your body is going to think that it isn't going to get enough food or food at all for a long time. So it's going to start storing all that fat to support itself and, use it efficiently. So you're actually going to end up putting on weight in most cases because your body's storing all of the fat it can take because you aren't feeding yourself. So that's going to backfire as well if you're starving yourself. Then starving yourself is going to affect everything. There's fatigue, which is going to affect your schoolwork or maybe your work life or your fitness that you want to do, that you're adding on to that every day, is not going to do anything because your body isn't going to be able to keep up with that, and you're going to be tired all the time. You're not going to be your happy normal self. It's going to make you depressed. You're going to have high blood pressure. Wow. You're going to have high blood pressure, and it can lead to fainting and dizziness all the time, which is not a good thing and can lead to very serious damage. It is also going to decrease your metabolic rate. So your metabolism is going to get slower. So when you eventually start eating again and you think, no, I'm not going to starve myself anymore, it's not helping, and you start eating normally, your metabolism is going to be slower now. So you're going to find it really hard to lose weight again. So I'm going to end the video here because if there's anything else you guys would like me to talk about, I will do a part 2 because there is a lot more else that I can talk about. So I hope that you guys can work on your body image and, start complimenting yourself and, not having to find validation from anybody else but yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I know it's really long because I think I've been talking for hours. Feels like it, but I still hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!